Hello students, today we are going to study about the factors affecting enzyme. Okay, so till now we have seen what are enzymes, we have seen the chemical nature, we have seen the biological importance, okay, we have seen the classification. Now we are going to study what are the factors which affect the enzyme activity. Clear? So now we are going to study, that is, factors affecting enzyme activity. Okay, so there are different factors which affect the enzyme activity. So first, in this we will see the temperature, okay, pH, okay, substrate concentration. Okay, so these are the different factors which affect the enzyme activity. So we will see one by one. So now we are going to see about the how the temperature affect the enzyme activity. So first we are taking, that is, temperature. Okay, so this is an important factor which affect the enzyme activity to increase the rate of reaction. So the activity of the enzyme, okay, is highest at the optimum temperature. Okay, here what? Enzyme activity is highest at optimum temperature. Okay, neither too low temperature or neither too high temperature. Okay, so this is the optimum temperature in which the activity of enzyme is very high. Okay, then what happens at low temperature and what happens at high temperature? Okay, so at very low temperature what happens? The enzyme remains inactive. Clear? At low temperature, enzyme remains inactive. Clear? At low temperature. And what happens at high temperature? Since at low temperature the enzyme remains inactive, so at high temperature what happens? The enzyme gets destroyed. Okay, at high temperature enzyme gets destroyed, because what happens? As the proteins are denatured by the heat. Okay, as protein are denatured by heat. Clear? So this, okay, so enzyme activity highest at the optimum temperature. At low temperature what? They remain inactive, and high temperature what? They are destroyed. So here we can see example, that keeping milk in refrigerator, okay, it prevents what? Curdling. They do not form the curd, okay, when we keep the milk in the refrigerator, as the enzyme activity is stopped. Okay, clear? Example we can write here, keeping milk in refrigerator stop curdling. Okay, because at that what happens? The enzyme activity is stopped. Okay, as enzyme activity is stopped, okay, when we keep in refrigerator. So that's why what happened? At that time there is no formation of the curd. So we can see here one graph how it affects. Okay, clear? This side is what? Temperature in x-axis, and this side enzyme activity. Clear? So this is the graph in which that shows the effect of temperature. How is the temperature affect the enzyme activity? Clear? Now the second one is the pH. Okay, like we have seen that different temperature. Okay, that here temperature is the main factor we have seen. Now we are going to study about the how pH affect the enzyme activity. Okay, it is also the main factor which affect the enzyme activity. So now second is what? pH. Clear? So different pH have different, okay, different enzyme have different optimum pH. Okay, so different enzyme have different optimum pH. Clear? For example, means the enzyme is also active at the optimum pH because different enzymes are active at the different pH. Okay, and that pH is known as the optimum pH. For example, okay, that the digestive enzymes, they work best in acidic pH. Okay, for example, digestive enzyme, they work more active. Okay, active at acidic pH. Clear? Whereas intracellular enzymes, they work in neutral pH. Okay, intracellular enzyme works at neutral pH. Okay, so there are different enzymes which work at different pH. Okay, now third we will see about the substrate concentration. Third is substrate concentration. So here what? In substrate concentration what? There are substrate which binds with the enzyme. Okay, at that time what? The activity of the enzyme is very active. Okay, so we can see here with the help of graph how does the substrate affect the enzyme activity. Okay, clear? Here this side in the x-axis there is substrate concentration. Clear? And here is the rate of reaction. We can see how the graph is showing. Okay, when the substrate is in proper amount, the enzyme activity will be more active. Clear? Now, next is enzyme concentration. Okay, fourth one, that is the enzyme concentration. Fourth is enzyme concentration. So now we will see how the enzyme concentration affect the enzyme activity. Initially what happens, the enzyme concentration increases. Okay, and the rate of reaction also increases. Since the enzyme concentration will be increased, okay, enzyme concentration increases, then the enzyme activity also, or we can say the rate of reaction increases. Okay, means they are inversely proportional. Means if the enzyme concentration increases, the rate of reaction also increases. But what happens after a certain point? Okay, after a certain point what happens? The enzyme concentration is more than it needed. Clear? Enzyme concentration is more than the it needed. So no enzyme substrate complex is formed. Okay, means we can see here that this is one enzyme and these are the substrate. Okay, so what happens? At that time what happens when the at a certain point means at that time what happens when the enzyme concentration is more, enzyme concentration is more than it needed, so at that time there is no formation of this enzyme substrate complex and there is no form. Okay, therefore the rate doesn't increases. Since there will be no formation of the enzyme substrate complex, so there will be no rate of reaction, the rate of reaction will not increase. So like this enzyme concentration also affect the enzyme activity. Okay, since we can see here, and when enzyme concentration increases the rate of reaction also increases, but at a certain point when the enzyme concentration is more than it's needed, there is no formation of the enzyme substrate complex, so there the rate of reaction will also not increase. So these are the factors, these are the different factors which affect the enzyme activity. Okay, thank you.